the real deal.
Howdy partner, welcome to The Real Deal Airsoft. I'm Jake and I have an amazing build video for you today. CYMA 2021 MP5. You heard! Just a disclaimer YouTube, this is an Airsoft replica, this is a safe, controlled environment, no one's in danger, these are not real, and I'm a certified Airsoft retailer, so with that being said, everything you see in this video is fake, it's a toy, and it shoots plastic balls.
Yum!
Let's get on with the video. So guys, this build is for my buddy Pete. It's a really cool build, man. When I saw the new line of the CYMA MP5s, I was really curious. I was like, what's going on? What kind of a gearbox is it? Are they using a long or short type motor? What's going on? And when I looked into the MP5 for the CYMA, quick chain spring system, very similar to the Platinum Edition, except doesn't got the 13-to-1 ratio gears, standard trigger contacts, all that stuff, which to me basically let me know this AEG can get real dealed, all right? It can get upgraded. It can get all the real juice, all the bread and butter upgrades. What is the goal of this MP5? The goal of this build is to achieve an indoor snappy monster. We want 1.1 joules, because like I said, we're playing indoors with this platform primarily. And if you stay till the end of the video, you can see if we actually hit that goal of 1.1 joules. There's gonna be a shooting and performance test as well as a chrono test, so make sure you stay to the end of the video. And if you didn't already, hit that subscribe button, bruh. Subscribe, keep learning, keep laughing, let's get it popping. It's free. So as a quick overview, this is a list of the things that went into this build. You're gonna see it as we progress, but long story short, 13-to-1 ratio gears, Perun hybrid front wired, 22 TPA motor, custom Real Deal short stroke pad for the trigger, Real Deal / EZO collaboration, shielded bearings, which are coming out soon. This is my line of bearings. It's a little different than the normal J cage. It's a J cage, but with a shield on it to protect from debris. We also have a Macron Maple Leaf 70-degree bucking, custom cut Action Army 6.01 Type bore inner barrel. We radiused the gearbox, changed the spring out, modified the piston, CNC cylinder head, and a Maxx adjustable nozzle. Man, these adjustable nozzles with the maple leaf buckings are amazing. The seal is ridiculous, the consistency is ridiculous, and I'm loving adjustable nozzles. It's going into all of my high-end builds. There's just a level of precision that you get from being able to adjust micro millimeters, micro increments, compared to just having a fixed length nozzle. So guys, let's get into the build. Alright boys, let's take a second to talk about shimming an MP5. If you take a close look in the trigger well, I actually round out some material in order to gain access to the cutout in the gearbox shell, which allows you access to the bevel gear. So once you shim your bevel gear and you have your motor installed, you can easily take a flathead screwdriver through this access that I created, and you can wiggle the bevel gear to see the tightness. And like I said in other videos, if your shimming is too tight, there's no play on the bevel, you need to shift one shim from the flat side of your bevel to the other side of the bevel. This in turn will lower the gear, creating more play. So when testing the tolerance of your bevel to pinion, utilize this access through the trigger well on the MP5. To install the Perun hybrid MOSFET, you do have to remove this little screw post right here, Dremel that off, and then it should look like this when you're finished. Alright boys, we got everything installed right now. I just did the system sensor check with the selector sticker. The way you do that is you just plug the battery in without the motor connected and it'll automatically go into the system sensor check. Everything passed, but I just wanted to do a second test to confirm that the system sensor check worked. Before I assemble everything, I don't want to do double work, so I just want to ensure that the system works before I fully assemble it. So this is the setup I have. I have a motor wired externally, not the motor we're using. The motor we're using has way too much torque. I don't want to jump it off the table. With the AG and safe on the Perun, power up. And the purpose of this is just to confirm semi works, safe works, and auto works. So we were in safe. Nothing happening, that's good. Let's go to semi. Wow. A lot of torque. And let's go to auto. All right, passed the real deal test. All right, guys, it's very common on MP5s to have these pre-milled holes tapped into the base plate, and the purpose of this is for venting for the can. And for this client, I'm going to go ahead and mill out these holes to have 4 vent holes. This way the motor can get rid of debris and cool off a little faster. It's not going to get hot, but just in case if it does, it's a good idea to mill out these holes. So definitely going to do that in this build. We have a Maple Leaf Macron bucking 70 degree and an Action Army 6.01 inner barrel that's longer than the stock inner barrel. And something that I found very weird is that it wouldn't be able to pass through the front barrel post. I actually had to chamber out this section that you can see right here in order for the inner barrel to pass through. It was very odd. So I noticed I left out some details because I was in the middle of doing 100 things while recording. You can see that's the trigger pull. There's a custom short stroke pad. I don't know if you can see it, that little yellow green thing. That's my real deal custom short stroke pad. A little bit of rubber on the back of the trigger. As well, we got the adjustable nozzle. Something I had to do to really customize this in order for the new type of inner barrel to pass through. Let me show you what I had to do. All right, so pretty much the inner barrel passes through this little nut. Bruh. Right? And I actually had to file it and sand out the inside and increase the bore. I had to increase the inner diameter because for some reason the barrel wouldn't pass through. The stock barrel was like a little thinner. It was very weird. It was a brass barrel and it slipped through here, but with the new Type inner barrel it didn't go through. So I had to actually file the inside of this chamber to pass the barrel through. That's fine. As well, there's an adjustable nozzle in here. So the way that you normally set adjustable nozzles is you'll have your gearbox open and you'll have your cylinder head, nozzle, and tappet plate in the shell, and you want to move your tappet plate all the way to the right in the most forward position, and then you want to put your hop up unit right up against the nozzle, right up against the gearbox, and you want to basically set it so that the tip of the nozzle is touching the lips of the bucking. But I'm going to come out with another video dedicated to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but that's what I did. And I also recommend to get these $10 calipers so that you can measure your stock nozzle length. So that's important. So yeah, let's test fire this bad boy. 11.1 battery, level 2 active braking, 0 precocking, level 5 trigger sensitivity, Perun hybrid, front wired. We got 0.25 BBs, 11.1, going in hot. Yeah. 1.16, 1.16, 1.14, 1.14, 1.1, 1.14, 1.15. Insanely consistent on that 1.1 joule mark. Absolutely loving it. Just curious on the rate of fire. This has a 22 TPA motor. All right, boys, the build is done. It's time to take it out to the range and test its accuracy. We're gonna be using my new target that you might have saw in my YouTube short. But yeah, the MP5 by CYMA is done. It's been real dealed. It's really snappy, man. I absolutely love this platform. Shout out to Pete. You're gonna enjoy this build a lot. Without any further ado, let's stop talking, take it to the range. All right, we're gonna go for the center post. Now we're gonna go for can. I'm gonna go for the black thing above the target. Hit every time. I'm gonna go for the left side can. It's moving a lot. Got him. Right side can. Got him. Center. Black post on top. Auto. Trigger response now. Yeah, this thing is laser beams. Let's go for the right can. And we are out. That passes the real deal accuracy test, 100%.
The real deal.